Alright everyone, in this video I want to go over the pump that we just got. I want to talk about the long trade that I took right down here, and I want to go over my plans, my levels that I'm looking to short, what I'm looking to do with this long that I'm holding. So first let's talk about this long that I took down here. This was really only meant to be a scalp trade. I wasn't expecting this big of a move, honestly. But when I was looking at price earlier, basically I was just looking to take a little scalp from the low of this range. I noticed that, we're pretty consistently holding the lows of this range and getting, little small moves off of this. But right here, I noticed that we were forming some decent lows down there. And when I went over to coinalyze.net and I actually go back and find where we were, you can see that as we were forming these lows, as we were forming higher lows down here, the CVD was continuing to get lower and the open interest was trending upwards. It was increasing, which is a sign of absorption. When you see open interest increasing, that means trades are opening up. If you see that the CVD is trending downwards, that means more of those trades are shorts. And since price failed to make lower lows here, that can sometimes be a hint that somebody is filling up a large long order and looking to push the price upwards. And so I decided to take a little scalp there. We were around the low of the range. We didn't exactly come down to where I wanted to, but I had a tight window of invalidation here. So my stop loss at like a 0.12%. And I was basically targeting the golden pocket of this local move here. This golden pocket coming in up here. I took a good amount of this trade out. I traded this as a scalp trade, and I kind of changed up my scalping strategy a little bit. I kind of noticed that recently I've been getting stopped out of a lot of scalps, basically because we just never end up coming up to my TP, which normally I would set at like a 0.5% move, and that works for a TP if especially if my invalidation's at like a 0.25%, which is what I usually do. But I noticed the scalps recently have been sort of smaller moves, so I decided to basically set a tighter stop so I can have more in my order, and I can take profits more aggressively. I ended up taking profits here at like a 0.25% move, and then like 0.3 something once we got up to that golden pocket. So I was aggressive with my profits early on, but I still kept more than 2/3 of my original position open. Basically, I just ensured a break even, got a little profits locked in, moved my stop loss to right around my entry, and I'm glad I left a good amount of my position open because we ended up getting another move up. We set higher highs here in this little uptrend that we've been in, and we did actually come into some key levels of resistance that I was watching. I had a box here. It was the value area high of a larger range and that daily level. So yeah, it's a value area high of this larger range depending on where you pull it from. I think I probably pulled it from back here. And I also had this little chicken emoji here at this CDW for this high. I was potentially looking to short that if we saw a CDW, but well, as you can see, we didn't. And I'll go into what market cipher was looking like in a minute, but I want to first talk about some of the resistance levels because right now it looks like we may be getting a move up to some of these key resistances that I've been talking about for a while on this channel, probably almost a month at this point, since we saw this move to the downside. And the first one is going to be this 17,400, 17,300-ish level because we saw resistance on this level back here, then it flipped into support right here. So just a key support resistance level coming in at the top of this larger range that we're in. And we also have an NDPOC coming in right around 17,400. So that is a key level I've been watching for a while. Then at like 17,500-ish, we got this high right here. which, most likely has some stop losses above that. We could CDW there. We got this NDPOC at 17,600. And if I pull up the golden pocket of this move, the golden pocket is also coming in right around 17,500, 17,600. And the golden pocket zone pretty much goes up to 17,900. So we've got lots of key resistance above us. I'd say mainly the two levels I'm watching is here and this area right here around that golden pocket. And basically what I'm looking for, if we get another move up there, is I'd want to see some top signals on these medium-term time frames, like the 24, the 12-minute, ideally going all the way down through the lower time frames as well, because at least on the medium-term time frames, we certainly did not see any top signals yet. You can see the 24-minute momentum wave made a higher high. Money flow definitely made a higher high, and it's still increasing, still getting thicker. And yeah, now it looks like we just made a higher high as well. So that's interesting. Maybe we can get a live move into this resistance. That would be cool. But the 12-minute as well, higher highs in momentum, higher highs in money flow. Just barely, it looks like. We made higher highs than this wave back here as well. But either way, medium-term time frames, the money flow getting thicker is usually a sign that the top isn't in yet, especially when you're not seeing divergences in momentum as well. That just made me not want to take a short at this level, essentially. Even though we did CDW the local highs, as you can see, we didn't get much of a move from that. And that's mainly just because the medium-term time frames were looking pretty bullish. So, really what I'm looking for now is another move up to some of these levels. See if we can get some divergences on these medium-term time frames with the money flow starting to bleed out. And then I would probably consider shorting some of these resistances. And I would definitely consider taking profits at some of these levels. Regardless, I got some limit orders set at some of these key levels. And yeah, overall, this little scalp long that I took down here from some absorption really ended up working out. And also something I forgot to mention, but we even saw a sign of continuation. So this is where I saw the original absorption, where I took the long. And then as we made this higher low right here, we again saw some absorption, CVD decreasing, and open interest increasing as we made these local higher lows here. And that right there gave me a little bit more confidence to stay in my long trade. Basically, I was a little scared that we were going to end up coming back down to my entry here. But once I saw the absorption, I thought, okay, I'll just stay in this trade. I'll leave my limit orders where they are. I'm not going to too aggressively take profits here because I want to try and leave this position open, just considering the absorption that I was seeing. And, that ended up being a really good signal. I don't usually enter trades just based off of absorption, especially if we're not at a level. The only reason I really entered this one is because we were at the low of a range that we've been holding for a while. And, even then, we didn't come all the way down to the low of the range. But in this case, the absorption trade ended up working out. And here, let's take a look at what is going on locally here. We are forming more divergences here, but, look at that 6-minute money flow. It is still extremely thick. Not really convincing to me that this is going to be a top either. Maybe we need to come down a little bit, but overall, just based off of the money flow, seems like we probably got some more room to the upside here. But anyways, I think that's all I wanted to go over in this one. If we end up just pumping through all these levels, there's still plenty of resistances above us, which I will go more in depth into in another video. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. I really appreciate the support, and I'll see you all in my next video. Peace.